Hello all, wherever this is catching you or whenever this is catching you. Today is going to be a very straightforward, normal sort of hatha class. We'll go from meditation to a bit of breathing, to a bit of movement, to a bit of relaxation, to a bit of nice long savasana. So if that sounds good, sit down. We're going to start with a bit of meditation. So as I always stress, please find a comfortable seat. You can choose the more zazen version of things, this one, or wait, let me get my blanket. You can take a blanket or a pillow or a couple of blocks and build yourself a higher ground. Yeah? Find your comfortable seat. Remember the intelligence of placing the pelvis well, as that placement of the pelvis will very much determine how comfortable you'll feel in the abdomen and also in the lower back and of course in the hips during your sitting. I'm not going to have you sit for a long time. It'll be a light sitting just to give the mind a bit of direction. So in your comfortable seat, let's give some more thought and attention to the foundation. Close your eyes. Feel your sit bones sinking down with equal weight. Feel your butt cheeks melting out, dropping, widening on your seat. Allow the weight of the legs to sink, to relax, to give in to the pull of gravity. And from this placement of the pelvis, feel the spine floating up on the inside, lengthening, grow a little taller with as little effort involved as possible. On the internal level, relax your belly. Allow the belly to drop, to grow big and round and spacious. That dropping of the belly, that relaxation of it, will help you to relax the diaphragm, which is your next station. You want to feel as though the diaphragm is almost dropping as well, landing. And then from that space, from that gravity-bound foundation, the effortlessly tall spine, the big Santa Claus belly, and that relaxed, soft, jellyfish-like diaphragm. From that place, give your attention fully to the breath. Now you want to focus on a place, you want to focus on your breath in a place in the abdomen. So you already now start feeling the breath as that movement widens slightly, rises slightly for the inhale, and then just falls away, softens when you exhale. Glue your mind to that movement. Stubbornly return to that movement whenever mind wanders off. And as you are paying attention to your breathing, notice if there's any tension in your shoulders, your jaw, in your neck. If there's starting to come up tension in the belly or the diaphragm again, and if so, if you find any, see if you can relax it. From here, let's start stretching our breath. Start tugging at the end of the inhale, making it a little deeper, a little bit more spacious. Continue the exhale all the way until you're almost empty. Take care of those transitions in your breathing so there's no corner, no edge in that breath. But already now you're starting to work the quality of your breathing so it feels comfortable, soothing, supportive, all that jazz. I would suggest a little Ujjayi technique perhaps. That's like narrowing at the base of the throat. On your next exhale, just let the weight of the head drop. Feel the weight of your skull sinking down. Relax your shoulders, unlock your jaw. Keep working your stretched out breath. And every exhale, feel the weight of the skull getting a tiny bit heavier, pulling at that tenderness in the neck. Then just roll your head towards your right shoulder. Find that angle that works for you, where you feel like the stretch catches exactly where you need it. Heavy head, maybe a little pull from the opposite shoulder. Soft diaphragm. Relax your mouth. Breathe. And then slowly rolling through center, we come to the other side. Leaning our head down, dropping the weight of the skull, softening our mouth, our jaw. Giving a bit of push to that right shoulder perhaps. Diaphragm is relaxed. Abdominal wall relaxed. Breath keeps spreading wide in your rib cage. Keep sending the breath a little further south towards your lower abdomen, towards your groin, at Mula Bandha place. And then we softly come back center and we move down to our child's pose. I'm going to be sideways today, so you get a little bit of a different angle. Drop down in child's pose, place your hands in front of you. Place your sit bones right on top of your heel bones. Make sure that the placement of the hands, it allows you to relax the elbows, which helps you to relax the shoulders. Drop the weight of the head down. Continue to work your breath. That stretched out Ujjayi breath, spreading in the rib cage, now also moving down the length of the spine, like that wave that sweeps through those little areas of tension and gives them a bit of an opening, massages on the way down. And then every exhale, release weight, the skull, arms, softening the shoulders, relaxing your jaw. If you'd like, for those of you that have that practice, now is a good time to start playing with your Mula Bandha as well. Hiking the pelvic floor slightly upwards and inwards and trying to find that internal coordination so that the Bandha practice does not steal your breathing. So that the Bandha practice can work as a complement to that calm, big breath, not as a kidnapper. Let's breathe a little bit together. Wherever you are in your breath right now, exhale. Together we inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. 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 Next inhale, gently come up to your cat position. On the exhale, curve your spine, starting with your bandha, dropping the weight of the head last. On the inhale, we softly arch, we look up. Then we drop back, we rock back to our child. Once more. Inhale to cat position. Exhale, curve your spine. Inhale, arch, look up. Sink back to your child's pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, curve your spine. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale to child's pose. We inhale through our cat. Then we exhale to the down dog. Maybe take this first dog and just give your knee joints, your ankle joints, and your hip joints a bit of movement, very light. Shift the weight between your feet. Bend your knees, sink into your hips. Keep that big, calm, rhythmical breath going. Just soften up your back of the leg muscles for a little bit. And then we take this little walk forward. We walk towards our hands. We place ourselves so the heels are right below the sit bones, and then we bend our knees and we drop our spine, making sure the knees move straight over the toes. From here, we're going to push the floor away. Slowly, slowly come all the way up to standing. And once we're standing up, on your next exhale, just drop the weight of the head down. We inhale, we roll our head for the right shoulder, opening the left shoulder slightly. Exhale, come down. Inhale to your left shoulder, lengthen the fingertips of the right hand. Exhale, come back down. Inhale to your right shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale to your left shoulder. Exhale, center. Bend your knees. We pick up our shoulders. We draw the bones of the shoulders up to our ears. On the exhale, we move the shoulder blades together, back and down once more. Inhale, shoulders move forward, move up. Exhale, back and down. Now the whole arm. Inhale, bring your arms forward. Bring them up. Exhale, softly let them fall down. Timing with your breath once more. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, back and down. We inhale, arms up. We exhale, bending our knees and the hips back. Drop your head down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten the legs if you want. Then walk back to your downward dog. Take your inhale through the cat position. If you work with the bandha, really use it. Then curve your spine, starting with the tail, ending with the head. We inhale, we arch, we look up. We sink back to child as bandha is pulling us. We inhale back through cat, top of the head leads us there. We exhale to our downward facing dog. Now just bend the left knee and really sink into the right hip. Straighten that right leg, push the heel down towards the ground. Energy around the right kneecap. Bandha, if you're working with it, is active, almost feeling as if you're pulling the pelvis upwards and on the way to the spine, the neck and the head sink down. Change leg. Push that left heel down, kind of hang from that left hip. Energy around the knee, energy in your bandha, heavy spine, loosen up your jaw, your neck. Big breath, calm breath, steady breath. Then we walk our feet to our hands, place them well. We exhale, we bend our knees, we drop spine, drop head, we push that floor away, we come all the way up. We exhale our arms back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and your hips back, drop your head down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten your legs, walk it to your dog. Inhale once more through that cat position. Exhale, curve, starting with the tail, ending with your skull. Inhale, arch, look up, time it with your breath. Exhale to your child, bandha pulls you. Inhale, move back through your cat. Exhale to down dog. Stay in your dog. Now 2 even legs. If you find that your lower back is suffering here, your hips are feeling stiff, then bend your knees so you can really sink into the crease at the front of the hips. It will feel easier for the spine to rest in the posture, to relax in the posture. If you have the space to keep your legs straight, then energy around your kneecap, energy in your bandha, reaching that bandha diagonally backwards and upwards, allowing the rib cage, your shoulders, your neck, and your head to just slide down from there. The breath is big. Breath is calm. Use all your stubbornness, all your willpower to hang on to this calm, big breath, even though the body may feel a little tired. The muscles may feel a little achy. Okay, then we walk our feet to our hands. We exhale, we bend, we drop, we relax. Inhale and come all the way up. Exhale, arms sink down. A little variation. Inhale, arms up, strong legs. Exhale, bend your knees, hips move back, head drops. Inhale, lengthen your spine, strong legs. Walk it to your dog. We inhale to our plank position. We stay here and we exhale. Squeeze your bandha, engage your legs and your feet. One more big inhale. Exhale, bring your knees down, bring your chest down. Then we move through to that up dog. We exhale, we let our belly and our chest sink down once more. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, sink. Now we push through that curved cat position. And with the exhale, we fold in our hips and we rock back to child, rebounding there. Top of the head leads us back to cat. Then we end up in down dog. We take the right foot off the floor. We step it in between our hands. We drop the left knee down and the left foot down. We inhale, we bring our arms up. We exhale, we relax our elbows, our shoulders, our mouth and jaw once more. Legs are strong, feet glued to the ground as we rise our arms up. We exhale, we come down, soft shoulders. Last time, arms move up. And we exhale, place your hands, tuck the toes under, step back to down dog. Inhale through plank position. Let's go all the way down, knees down, chest down. Moving through to that up dog. Exhale, belly drops, chest drops, face drops. Once more to that up dog, supported with your bandha. Exhale, sink down. Then we move through our curved cat position, pushing that floor away. Then fold in your hips and drop back to child. Inhale to cat. Exhale to your dog. We take that left foot off the floor. We step it in between our hands, dropping knee, dropping foot. We inhale our arms up, strong bandha, strong feet, strong legs, but soft shoulders as you come down. Once more. Inhale, arms up, follow your breath. Exhale, come down. Last time, inhale, arms up. Floating arms, light movement. Then we place our hands, we tuck those toes, we step to our dog. Stay here for a bit in your down dog. Now the body's for sure getting warm. Use your breath. Use that breath like a fan, sweeping that heat into your joints, especially those hips. Spine, widening the rib cage with that breath, using every single exhale, dropping skull, softening mouth, softening jaw. Next, inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, drop spine. Push the floor away, come all the way up. Exhale, arms float down. One last time, inhale, arms up. Exhale, soft knees, hips tilt back, head drops. Inhale, really lengthen your spine, strong legs. Walk it to dog. Inhale through your plank position. This time, let's go down to our chaturanga. We work through to an up dog. Big breath, hold your bandha. Move through soft cat all the way up to your down dog. Release the right foot from the ground. Step it in between your hands. Now we keep that back leg straight. We inhale our arms up. Strengthen your legs, strengthen your bandha. But soften your shoulders, soften your neck, soften your face. Once more. Inhale, arms up. Big, big breath. Exhale, sinking down. This is your last time. Work your feet, work your legs. Inhale, your arms up. Then we place our hands and we step back to our down dog. Working through a plank position. Exhaling slowly with control, we move down. We move through to that up dog. Big breath. We work our way back to our downward facing dog. We send our left leg up. We step it in between our hands. We inhale, we bring our arms up. Now the legs have to be real strong here. We exhale our arms, sink down once more. Bandha is on. Inhale, arms up, spine is effortlessly tall. Exhale, arms down. Work that back heel. Last time, arms up. We exhale, hands move down. We step to our dog, only to move through our plank. Exhale, sink. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale through your down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your spine, drop your head. We inhale, we come all the way up. We exhale, our arms down, dropping head. Let's soften the neck again. We inhale, we roll our head to the right shoulder. We exhale, we sink back center. We inhale, we roll to our left shoulder. We exhale, we sink down. Bend your knees. Pick up your shoulders, draw them close, like the bones moving up to the ears. Then let the shoulder blades move together and slide back and down. Hold on. Fingertips lead the way, we come up. Exhale, arms move down. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Reach your chest tall on an inhale. Exhale, let your chin move back down. Now if you want a little bit of extra work here, move the feet together and squeeze your inner thighs. As you're squeezing the inner thighs, make sure you're not doing this, you're not tucking under. You're squeezing the inner thighs, allowing the pelvis for its correct position, usually creating a little ducktail. It's a pretty big ducktail in the back. Now, contrary to what we usually do, now we're going to splay the ribcage open. Really open here so we can breathe into this area. Imagine that you're massaging your diaphragm, sending energy to your solar plexus, to your chest, to your heart, all the while the chin keeps dropping, relaxing. On an exhale, we release. And we're just going to come down to a forward bend. Separate your feet again. Heels below your sit bones. If you need blocks, you come up on blocks. You want to feel comfortable in the front of the hips. I'll show you from the side. So that when you dive down, you're not just curving the spine here, just more like a spine stretch. It's better than that you bend your knees slightly. You can dive into the crease at the front of the hips, feeling the whole spine dropping down with relative ease. And then from there, maybe work yourself towards straight legs. Remember also that it depends a little bit on where you stand on your foot. Try to avoid pronating, sinking in on your feet, gluing the outside edge of the foot, gluing the heel down, and giving a little bit of glue to the base of the big toe as well. If the legs are straight, there's energy throughout the whole leg, especially around the knee. You almost want to feel like you're lifting the kneecaps upwards and inwards through to that mula bandha that takes the pelvis, supports it, lifts it upwards so that the spine can just drop. From here, we step the right foot forward, the left back. Now, some of you may want yoga blocks here for your hands. A good alternative is coming up on your fingertips. Place your heels right in alignment with your sit bones. Place your bandha on. Send your bandha a little further down. Lengthen the top of the head away from your tail. Soften the shoulders down and away from your ears. Feel your inner thighs working, almost hugging that invisible wall at the center. So the legs are very active, especially from the inner thighs. And then the breath, big breathing. This one usually hurts, so you really need your breath to be stubborn, to be willful, but also to be calming and feel supported. On your next exhale, soft change. Go through a dog. Shake it out if you need. Move out if you need. And then we make the other side. Placing the heels below our sit bones in alignment with those sit bones. Really digging the heel down and the back heel back. Outside edge of that foot is gluing to the ground. Place your bandha on. Lengthen the spine. Lower your shoulders. Find your breath. Inner thighs are working. Jaws are soft. Breath is calm. Breath is very steady, willful. And your next exhale, let's take it back to our down dog. Take a couple of breaths here in your dog. Use the exhale to release any tension that appears in your neck, in your shoulders, in your jaw, around your diaphragm. Then we take our next inhale and we come down to a cat position. Let's use the exhale and curve our spine. We inhale, we arch, we look up. We exhale to our child. Let's do that again. Inhaling to cat position. Exhale, curve. Start with the tail, drop your head last. Inhale, follow your breath so the arch feels soft. Then let the tailbone, let your banda pull you back to your child's pose. From child's pose, let's immediately roll up and sit. And then we come on to our butt. Where to start today? Let's start on the inner hips. Let's go for a little Baddha Konasana. Heels together, outside edges of the feet together. A little push with those heels so you feel how the position, you're sending the energy through the heel into the knee. From the knee makes that V turn and it moves right into the hip so you can really feel how the hips are working. Then put on that banda, squeeze and lift and then let it down a little bit so it doesn't interfere with your breathing. Now find your breath. Especially if you have stiff hips, challenged hips, then you're gonna need a big calm breath. It's very annoying, I have understood, to work your hips. For me, it's not that annoying. I've kind of worked through those issues a long, long time ago. And yes, I remember it did hurt. But I hear from my students that when you work with this stiffness in the hips, it's a little bit of a battle. So you need your mind to be calm. You need your breath to show you the way towards that calm mind. So hold on to a steady, big, spacious breath rhythm. Make a very conscious effort to use every exhale and release some of those micro tensions that appear in your shoulders, in your neck, in your face, around the diaphragm. Some of you may want to lean into it, go a little deeper if it feels easy. And for some of you, maybe it's fine to just sit up here. Find a calm place for your hands to relax and just work at being able to take the sensation in the hip without creating a band of protective tension around. I hope that makes sense. Usually when we experience the pain in the hip or just the ambition of not having our hip opener as open as we would like, that can create this feeling of a little bit of aggressivity inside, which results in tension. And that tension, of course, is not going to help you getting that little bit extra flexible. So calm down, relax. Relax your hips to the extent that it's possible. Find a position where that feels like it's possible and then work your breathing. And for those of you flexi out there, now we've been here for some time. So maybe keep that spine long, feel how your bandha is working, sending the top of the head far forward, making sure the shoulders are not carrying tension. Big breath for you as well. Alright, let's come all the way back up and then we're going to work the outer hip. I think we're going to work it like this today. Park your right foot outside of your left knee. Make sure that both buttocks, both butt cheeks are on the ground. Not this version. That doesn't help the spinal alignment, and over time that can cause those hips to get even more uneven. So be real stubborn about dropping both butt cheeks down, even if it feels a little stiff. Feel like a little tight here. But give it time. I usually start here, grabbing hold with the opposite wrist, allowing the spine to slouch, really allowing the weight of the sit bones to drop down, finding my breath. And then slowly, slowly I start straightening my spine, gently moving my heart towards that right inner knee, keeping those shoulders relaxed, trying to keep the heart in front of the shoulders. And only this little adjustment of the spine creates a stronger sensation in the hip. You feel it. And it's completely fine to just sit here and breathe for a long time. You want to give your positions, especially if you're working with tightness, a lot of time. No force necessarily, just continuous breathing effort and a bit of staying power in that posture. If you want to take it a little further, maybe bring that knee into your elbow. Maybe place the right hand behind so you can come into more of a twisty position, but please do not lift any hip or curve any spine as you are twisting open. First, work on that effortlessly tall spine. Remember, you have the hand in the back to help you, to lean on. You want to be able to relax the diaphragm so that the breath can move in and do the big job. Massaging it from the inside, stretching it out from the inside, creating space on the in-breath, softening on the out-breath. And then slowly change over. Place yourself, drop your hips, allow the lower back to slouch a bit perhaps, find your breath. Grab hold of the opposite wrist and then slowly start moving your heart a little closer to that left inner knee. Open chest, heart sticking out in front of the shoulders. Relax your diaphragm. If it's fine here, you stay there. Just keep breathing. If you want to go a little deeper, you go a little deeper. Remember, you want that alignment of the spine. You want to be able to relax your shoulders. You want to unclench your jaw and really just ride that breath. Feel how every inhale is creating space here in the rib cage, around your organs, massaging your intestines, massaging your spine. And every exhale, a gentle reminder to relax, whenever you can relax. Let's slowly come back center. We straighten our legs out, maybe give them a little massage, a little gentle treatment. Let's see, let's go for this one as well. Let's take ourselves into, if I remember correctly, something called Janu Sirsasana that looks about like this. I will give you an option for those of you with more space in your hips that you come all the way here, draping the right foot across. Give energy to the left foot, flex it, but instead of thinking that you're pulling it out, you want to feel as that flexing, it moves the femur bone deeper into the hip. So it creates more, feeling of more intimacy between the head of the bone and the pocket of your joint. Then from here, lean forward, just slightly. Find your breathing. And should you feel to go a little further, then of course you can go a little further. You can curve your spine, you can drop your head. Just make sure that you're evenly aligned in your pelvis, in your hips, both butt cheeks dropping down. Make sure there's relaxation in the diaphragm so the breath can ride with ease. And then slowly come all the way up, and let's do the other side. Either we go here. If you stay with the foot here, very important that you're also checking in on your hips so you're not too diagonally angled here, but you're still trying to square off the pelvis to your best ability. Lean forward a little bit. I always recommend not going like all the way as much as you can from the beginning. Doesn't make sense because the posture wants to evolve a little bit through time. And if you go all the way to as much as you can, chances are that there will be tension. You're going to pull the shoulders to get there or cramp your teeth to get there. So start in a conservative manner. Lean in softly. And you will find that when you lean in a little softer into the posture, it becomes much easier for the body to relax because the mind is not so hungry for the perfection of the position or not so ambitious. And then when that tension that ambition usually creates or unmet expectations creates, when that starts to dissipate, then of course a relaxed muscle is much more easy to open, to make a little moldable, a little more flexible than a hard one, right? Let's slowly come all the way up, and now we are going to lay down. Lay down on the ground, bring your knees to your chest, interlace your fingers around. Heavy back, feel the width of your shoulder blades, the width of your pelvis, gravity bound. Relax your jaw, feel the weight of your skull. And then drop down into your twist. We go into our friendly twist. I always try to align my pelvis here, but since you can also just lean it here, you can also just lazily relax out into your twist. If you want to follow me, then you align your knees, align your thighs, feel that the thigh bone is sticking deep into the hip. The hip is aligned right below your rib cage, below your shoulder and chest, below your skull. The arm stretches out, and that arm is externally rotated with a bit of bend in the elbow. Calm breath. And slowly, slowly, let's move through center. Come down to the other side. Align your legs or place your legs. Extend your arm. See that you get that external rotation of the arm. Pelvis below rib cage, below chest. Whenever I do gravity-bound postures, stay where you are. It almost happens automatically that I start giving more emphasis on working the exhale, since it relates so much to gravity. Especially if you're feeling a lot of tension in your shoulders, like I do these days. Really use the exhale and feel how every exhale you add a little bit of weight to the bones, to your shoulder blades, to your arm, to the rib cage, to the skull. And that little giving in, breath by breath by breath, exhale by exhale by exhale, eventually gets you to that place where you feel like, oh, how did I get here? Become much more open, you feel a little softer. It's that little work for every breath, relating it to gravity, relating it to relaxation. Okay. And then we come back center. Maybe you want to bop around here a little bit, rock on your lower back, bring your knees a little closer, do whatever you feel feels nice, and then extend out into Savasana. We're going to give the body a bit more breath in Savasana, but if you feel like now you would like to just meditate in your Savasana or rest in your Savasana, then switch me off, switch off the sound at least, because I'll take you through a little bit of pranayama. In your Savasana, once again, work with the exhale for a bit, allowing the bones to sink, allowing the body to widen, to really spread out on the ground. Release any tension that you have in your jaw. Feel the lower portion of the jaw drop back towards the base of the skull. The top of the shoulders getting all doughy, mushy. I would recommend that you stay with your Ujjayi breathing for this deepening of the breath. Unless you have a lot of skills, a lot of experience with pranayama, then of course you can go without the technique. All right. Wherever you are in your breath right now, exhale. Together we inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you wish to continue spreading the breath a bit wider, moving it deeper, then continue to do so if you have time. If you want to release the breath and allow it to drift back to a more natural, unguarded place, unguarded rhythm, do so. Keep relaxing the body, but keep that mind steered towards your internal world of breath, sensations, feelings in the body, and relaxation, the softening of the reaction of those feelings in the body. I hope it felt useful. I hope you get to stay a little bit longer in your Savasana. And I will see you next time.